I will save my progress up to this point. Let's go. All right, this is a long, this episode 3 is long. Jeez. I wonder how many episodes there are. I'm gonna bet 5 based on how long this one has been. Maybe 2 more in the first game after this one. I guess we'll see. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Chat, I have been moving my arms, so you guys can't see because I don't do face cam, but I have been moving my arms so much during this stream. I started working out the past couple of days. Today I was taking a rest day, but yesterday I did legs, and the day before I did upper body, and I am still feeling it in my arms, which is just proof that I really need to keep with working out, because it's kind of pathetic that I'm still feeling it in my arms 2 days later, but hopefully that means I'm doing a good job. Fingers crossed. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Aw, great. We got Worst Face Sister back. Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea of who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof. Wow! Good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Oh boy. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? I hope it's the guy, but it's probably gonna be the woman. Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here, so no, I haven't noticed anything. Or is it just are you sleeping when Mia is using your body? Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP, Powers, right. All right, we'll go to Powers first. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Ah, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. Haha, I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Maya goes to the afterlife instead. I would trade Maya's soul for Mia's in a heartbeat. Just let Mia keep Maya's body for herself. Could you tell me could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Ah, the producer. She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. I wonder if... So, she came in on 5 years ago. I wonder if it was partly her fault that Jack Hammer, got replaced by Will Powers as being, the main star of the studio. And so he went there to, do something to make her change her mind. And then something, things got extreme and she ended up killing him for some reason. I wonder. I feel like she's the most likely suspect right now, but I'm not certain. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing, forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. No, you need to tell me about that. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella Words? I used to be a minor straight-to-video director. Oh, he made Jafar, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, I see. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Wow. All right. Phoenix with the 2001 fat jokes takes me back. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Well! 5 years ago, huh? What a coinky-dink, as we in America say. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. Well. 5 years ago. But have you considered my attorney's badge? Excuse me, thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way for me to help you, sorry. I like Will. I like Will powers. All right, let's go back to the studio, see who we can find. No, not you! I want to find anyone other than you. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Is she sleeping with her eyes open? Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. Yeah, I bet you could steal. Yeah. You little thief. You eat, you die. Relatable. Woo! She's alive. Alright, tell me more about Vasquez. I was wondering about D. Vasquez, the producer. By the way, I'm sure I've been absolutely butchering her name, but, like, you know. I'm an American. Butchering other languages is what I do best. And then I talk about how English is the best language anyways, even though English is a mess. But it doesn't matter if English is a mess because it's America's mess. USA! USA! The studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Bitter because she put Jack Hammer on the B list. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. I wonder, I could see Manila having been the one to throw the lance because Vasquez told him to, because he does whatever she says, maybe? Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director? Sal, he's soft to push over, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. You know, I think you might be onto something. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Oh, poor, sweet, innocent Maya, you sweet summer child. Stay off the internet. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer? I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really ticked this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Okay. I don't think we need to do any examining. I'm gonna hold off on examining anymore because we've examined everything on like 2 separate days. I'm gonna hold off on examining until I run out of people to talk to. When I feel like I need to examine. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. One of their actors is dead and the other one is in prison, Maya. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yeah! No touching. Hey. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. We would hate for you to join your sister. I guess I could be a little dramatique at times? I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Makes sense. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. but I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. He's gonna, like, drop it and break it or something. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. It's very good for us. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Found in the employee area on it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. All right, good. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. It turns out that the lawyers in this universe are better than the detectives, and that's really holding me back. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, I love that one of my viewers in chat is a prosecutor, and he's just been talking the entire stream about how, like, none of this actually is how court works, and they're, like, breaking a bunch of laws and etc. There's someone in my chat literally just torturing themselves by sitting through an Ace Attorney playthrough, and it's very funny to me. Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Tell me about Edgeworth. How's Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room, and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Ah, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jackhammer's prints on the bottle. Let's go, we're in. So that means... Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. All right, got Jackhammer's fingerprints on it. Let's go. We're still missing another step here. That grade's still lying there. Ah, they've seen wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, it'd just get kicked off again. That poor assistant. Remains of employees' lunch. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. T-bone on a plate minus the steak, yada yada. All right, same stuff. Okay, anyone in the dressing room? It's you again. Ah, hello. What are you doing here? Ah, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so. What? Why? But WP is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! What do you mean about this last episode? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is gonna change its programming. They're not gonna make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. So I wonder if it's Vasquez or Manila, probably Vasquez, who wants to move out of kids shows, and so they killed Hammer to make a controversy to get out of having to continue this very popular kids show. I think. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. The path to glory. Take that! Take that! And this is? A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai, or at least this one kid is obsessed with them. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. All right. Tell me about Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Oh, ominous music, let's go. Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? Ooh. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. So someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez told him to, or asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks. We'll try asking her. Oh, great, I gotta talk to her more. If she'll talk. Alright, that's a lot of intel, a lot of stuff going on here. Dude, these mysteries are actually, like, really good. This is a fun game. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global... I keep mispronouncing Global. Global Studios what it is today. Hammer, it's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. Gotta tell me about 5 years ago, lady. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols? Nichols? Nichols, Nick? Penny Nick? Oh, Penny Nickel. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, funny. Her mom must be dime quarters. That assistant we talked to? All right. I bet her dad is cash bucks. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers. Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed no less. I suppose you think this is fun? I'm having a great time. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I do have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Behold, his fingerprints on this sleeping bottle. Take that! Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? Powers' steak. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. To the mafia?! She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Dude, every time this makes me laugh. Oh dear. That's the spike that's messed up! That was the bent spike on the fence! Well, well, well. There's Hammer in some kind of tennis outfit, probably playing a children's card game. And then there's Vasquez right next to him. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell into the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the record. Alright, well, you know, Oldbag, you still disgust me, but you've done good. You've done good. October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? Maybe something made him be fed up with Vasquez and he wanted to kill her for having dirt on him? But no, because then why would he frame... Because Hammer specifically framed Powers because he mimicked Powers' limp. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Ah, here she is. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello. 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 Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. Alright. Fan of Shikamaru from Naruto. I can respect that. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. These birds, bro. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh, dear. I doubt that she would do it directly. I bet she had Manella do it. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh, dear. That spike still hasn't been fixed. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Yeah, that bent one. It's unlocked. Yada, yada. Alright. Trailer. October 19th. Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Anything going on in here I can get? Looks like they were designing a set to use for Steel Samurai. They got some figures for how much the set costs. Yada yada. Frosted. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered. Yep. Anything in the trash? Nope. Alright, yeah. This is all the same. Okay. Let's examine here a little bit. Light van for moving staff and equipment. Kept it in good shape. Let's go for a drive. Yada, yada, yada. This is all repeat dialogue. Oh, you know what? Actually, what if I showed you this? She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Aye, well, Oldbag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. The huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. That's a little sus. Do I have a gun? I hope I have a gun. Huh, you came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? It would have been a murder. No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Huh. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence? Boys. Oh, well. Should not have gone into the trailer. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt. No. Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? She's also in the photo. She's also in the photo. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. What if Vasquez is the person who killed the guy on the fence post? But she said that she would blame Hammer, and Hammer put on the Steel Samurai thing to try and kill Vasquez to finally be free of her blackmailing, maybe. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. Yo, Gumshoe? Gumshoe hero arc? He's got the vibe music? The music that plays when you give a 9-year-old a heart attack, and the music that plays when you give Edgeworth an aneurysm is also the music that plays when Gumshoe saves the day? This is a real Hercule Satan moment. I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me. Now. Huh. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, then. In court. I'll be looking forward to it. Yo. Why didn't she just have them kill Gumshoe? Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Come shoot to the rescue, my man. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Oh, that was a quick one.